truth is, I'm not a big fan of the Tim Burton Batman films. What is up, guys? Today we are about less than a month away from the Batman hitting theaters. I'm so excited. But on the channel, I haven't really talked about Batman. Yeah, I know. I talked about Batman a lot. But I haven't talked about all the movies, and I really want to give my new updated opinions on some of them. Starting off with Tim Burton's duology of Batman films. I really want to get into them and talk about my true opinion on them, and my true opinion is I'm not a big fan of them. What can I say? Guys, let's start off with what I really enjoy. I really love Michael Keaton, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Danny DeVito and Jack Nicholson in these films. I love Michael Keaton as Batman. I think he's an incredible Batman. I love Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman. She made me the man I am today, honestly, so take that as you will. I love Danny DeVito as Penguin. I'll show you my French flipper trick. I like Jack Nicholson as the Joker. I never had a problem with the cast, all right? And I think the suit was really good. I like the suit. Even though I'm not a big fan of the red and blue, or the yellow and black bat logo, I was never a big fan of that, but I always respected the suit. Take that as you will. And I really loved the Batmobile as well. I also enjoyed the score. The score, Danny Elfman's iconic Batman theme. Honestly, Danny Elfman made me hate the theme a little bit more during Justice League 2017, but I really enjoyed it for what it was on these two films. But let's get into the problems I really had with both of these films. And this is my honest opinion. I understand that I'm gonna get shit for this. I get it, but it is what it is. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion in the end, aren't they? I hope so. So my problems with both of these films really revolved around the story. For me, I really never enjoyed Tim Burton's directing approach, or how he approached directing. In the first Batman film, I could get by for the most part. The 1989 Batman film I'm talking about, I just still never really enjoyed, or it sat well with me, trying to relate to this Batman character, right? You can tell in the first Batman film that WB had a lot more input and like a lot more hands in it, and it felt more comic accurate, I guess you'd say it, for the most part. But from resonating with this Bruce Wayne, this Batman, in this Batman world, we knew we were getting more comic fantastical era, and for me, I just never could relate to it. As much as I love Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson in these two films, I just could never relate to this Bruce Wayne or this Joker. I never really also liked the story in 1989. I never really enjoyed it. I never got immersed into this 1980s world as much, and also Prince, in my opinion, didn't really help with the film as well. Now let's get into Batman Returns. Batman Returns is basically Tim Burton going apeshit and having all the creative control he wants in this film. And for me, it felt very edgy, very emo-ish, and I never really liked that. And I will be honest, I thought it was cool that a Batman film taking place in the wintertime, something different, but for me, I never really liked how edgy Penguin was. I thought Catwoman was hot and sexy, and I liked Michael Keaton once again, and I love Danny DeVito as Penguin. I just never really, once again, with this kind of world and what Tim Burton was doing, it just felt too weird, to say the least. It felt too I don't know, I don't know how to use the word, but it really felt like kind of fucking weird. That's honestly the honest opinion. And with these two films, the action and fight sequences from the late 80s, early 90s, they were what they were, but once again, I just never was believable of the action and the fight sequences, for me at least. Vicky Vale, I didn't really care for as well in the 1989 Batman film. The cinematography was always a hit or miss with these two films. Sometimes they looked really cool, what they were trying to do, but then some other cinematography shots, for me, I just I never, like I said, I always thought the suits were cool. Catwoman's suit was sexy. I loved Michael Keaton's Batman suit from 1989 and Batman Returns. Personally, I kind of like the Batman Returns suit a little bit better. The Batmobile was badass as well. The Batwing was cool too. It was never for me the casting, nor the props or anything like that. It was always the story, and I never really liked, I've seen Beetlejuice. I've seen Beetlejuice, and I just never liked it, and that's what I felt like. These two films felt like Beetlejuice, that stylistic directing approach, and I just never, I'm being honest with you guys, I just never liked it. What would I take? Would I take Tim Burton's style of directing or Joel Schumacher's? I would definitely take Tim Burton's fucking stylistic era for Batman over Joel Schumacher's train wreck of films, I'll be honest. But this is another reason too that I was never motivated to buy these 4 films or 2 films on 4K back there. I don't actually own them. I would say that I would prefer prefer the 1989 Batman film over Batman Returns, but for me as a Batman fan, it's just not what I like. I like grounded, I like grittier, I like, that's the kind of way I like my Batman. Grounded, grittier, more believable, and just badass. And for me, as much as I love Michael Keaton as Batman, and I'm excited to see him in The Flash, I will always have that feeling of Tim Burton's Batman stamp and how he made those films when I see Michael Keaton as Batman. And I love Michael Keaton as Batman. It's just the stories I feel like for me that really suffered for me to get immersed. And obviously, I never grew up with the Tim Burton Batman films. I grew up with the Christopher Nolan trilogy, so take that as you will. And for me, I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I could never resonate with Tim Burton's Batman and Tim Burton's Batman Returns, and I would love to, but I've always resonated with Christopher Nolan's Batman or Zack Snyder's Batman and hopefully Matt Reeves' Batman. It's just, for me, I feel like it was a different time era for me, and I will watch these films, and like I said, the 1989 one, they're still enjoyable. They are, I won't say that. I just never really liked them, guys. Guys, let me know your thoughts below on the 1989 Batman and Batman Returns. Did you guys enjoy them? I guarantee you most of you guys did enjoy these films. But guys, subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.